Hello and happy Friday, and thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you will enjoy it. Today I have made some high-end dupes, and if this is your first time joining me, my name is Tammy and this is the Rusted Willow. So let's jump right in. I'm so glad you're here today. I have some high-end thrift flips and dupes, and I tell you what, I am so excited to show you what I made. So on this first one, I went to the bins. Now the bins are, I don't know how to explain it. It's like this place where they have all these bins and you dig through for cool stuff. And they are different price depending on what day you go. They always replenish on Saturday, I believe. And so Saturday is like the higher price day. So I found these threshold garlands and they have metallic. So they were like for Christmas, but I bought them last year. And so they're threshold Magnolia garlands. I bought 2 of them. They were $5 a piece and they were still in the box, brand spanking new. And they're like real feel leaves. They are amazing. And then I bought this wreath from the thrift store for $1.50. I probably got it honestly for 75 cents because I always buy it on half price day. So I am using up my stash, guys. Now, I have always wanted a magnolia wreath, and I don't know if you have priced them or if you have seen them, but they are expensive, and I do mean expensive. The cheapest place I found was Hobby Lobby for $45, and it was not very nice. So the first thing I do is I put a hanger on this wreath and then I just start poking my leaves in here. So the first thing I do is I put a hanger on and then I just start poking my leaves in around the grapevine. And then I add a little bit of glue to hold them in place. Now, the first garland, it looked amazing. But when I added the second garland, which I really didn't have to do, like I could have added a few leaves here and there and been done. But I wanted it to be really full and look super high end, just like the ones that you would see at Pottery Barn or Rust-Oleum Hardware or any of those fancy stores. So we don't have any of those fancy stores where I live. We can only shop there online. So I do not use those gold leaves, but well, actually, I do use the gold leaves, but I don't use them gold. I actually paint them, so you'll see that later. But anyway, so I just continue to take these leaves and I want to um, put them in all different. Well, I put them in all different directions, but going in the same direction. So I'll put some facing the center, some facing the outside of the wreath, and some facing straight. So that way it looks just like what you would see in those beautiful wreaths. So you don't want them all to be just laying flat in the same direction. Um, as far as going straight, you want them to turn in and turn out and turn up. So that way it looks more natural and not so fake. And I am in love with this wreath. Now, guys, this is a wreath that you can hang year round. You can add, like, you can poke little flowers into it if you wanted to dress it up for certain holidays. You can change the bow out. Well, I don't put a bow on mine, so you can add a bow actually. There are so many things that you can do with this wreath. It is versatile and it is amazing for every season. So don't think that this is for spring only or winter only. It is going to look fantastic and beautiful year round. I love this. And I can't wait to show you the inspiration piece because they have one without like flowers and buds on it. And the magnolia flowers aren't even open. They're literally they just look like magnolia buds. And I wasn't really impressed with that. I felt like if they're going to have flowers on them, they need to be open, right? I don't know. Anyway, that was just my opinion. So I finished the first putting in the first garland here, and then I'm just kind of filling in here and there because I don't want to see any of that grapevine wreath. Now here's the gold leaves, and I don't show you the whole thing, but I took some Moss Waverly chalk paint and I took some black chalkboard paint and I mixed the two together and I made kind of like a gray green. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now I do, and oh, one other thing I wanted to say, like these leaves, they held the paint good. It only took one coat and it held the paint so good because they're real feel. They're not plastic. They're actually some kind of fabric, linen type. I don't know. I can't describe what these leaves are made out of, but they're not plastic. So after they dried, I went over them with Mod Podge. Now, I got this little squeeze bottle at Dollar Tree, $1.25. You get 2 bottles, and I tell you what, this is the best thing I ever did was add Mod Podge to this bottle. But anyway, and I'm just using a little brush also from Dollar Tree, and then I put those in here and there. Now, I only did 6 of those painted leaves. I still have 6 gold leaves that I can use on another project, or I can paint those and add them to this wreath if I wanted to. But I am just finishing up adding in the other garland to this wreath, and then I poke in the painted leaves here and there. And oh my gosh, guys, it is so beautiful. Like I can't even tell you how impressed I am with my own work. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this DIY and let me know what you think. Have you guys always wanted a magnolia wreath? Would you pay the money to purchase a magnolia wreath? Have you seen the prices of magnolia wreaths? I don't know. My only dilemma is, do I leave it plain or do I add some flowers for spring? I kind of like it plain. All right, guys, I just want to say, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. If you are returning, thank you so much. Here is the inspiration. Do you see those prices? $169 for magnolia wreath, $269 if you want buds on it, and here's mine. I think mine is better than the inspiration, but I'm just partial. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Would you spend $169 on a wreath? I wouldn't. All right, guys, today is First Friday, and the challenge is Decor Dupe. This is hosted by Lisa from Our Gray House, Sarah from Jujubee DIY, and this month's co host is Tammy from Happiness Created. Now, you know we are all great friends if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time. So do not forget to go over and give these ladies some love and check out their channels. They do amazing DIYs, farmhouse, Dollar Tree. So let's get on to the next one. All right. So this one is a little different. So you might have to think outside the box. I have all these china plates that I've picked up here and there. I think these are actually left over from my niece's wedding because my sister bought a crap ton of china, and everybody had china plates. So we ate on china plates instead of paper plates. It was actually really cool. So this cup I got from Dollar Tree, and I am just painting it green in my moss green Waverly chalk paint. So let's go back to the wedding. So my sister and we love thrifting, by the way. If you don't know that already about me, on this channel, you're going to see lots of thrifting, thrift flips, some Dollar Tree DIYs, probably not a lot. I always try to incorporate it into my thrift flips, but I have a ton of flipping that I need to do. We went thrifting and we went scavenging, not really scavenging because there's china everywhere at every thrift store you can ever imagine, and they have so much of it that they sell it super cheap. So my sister was like, why am I going to pay all this money for paper plates when I can just buy china? And then she picked up china teapots for the centerpieces, and then we made the centerpieces. Yeah, anyway, that's an idea if you want like a vintage type wedding.
I thought it was gorgeous. So I am just going to be adding this moss. Now this moss my sister gave to me, and I believe it came from Walmart. It is not reindeer moss. It actually might have came from Hobby Lobby, but it is a little bit higher end moss. And she would have only purchased it from Hobby Lobby if it was on sale. So I'm guessing that it probably came from Walmart because I only buy my moss from Dollar Tree unless I need a certain color or something like that. And I don't recall ever buying this. So this has got to be from my sister. So what I do is I cover the paint and I used my glue gun on low temp because I do use my fingers. And this is a real simple project if you're not per what do you call that? A perfectionist. It's a real simple project, but if you are a perfectionist, you might have a little bit of problems with it. Just forewarning you. So I put the moss on and then I trimmed it back after I was done. And then I go back and I just fill in some of the areas that need more attention. And I love this. You have to see the inspiration piece and how much they want for it. I did find less expensive ones, but they're like tiny little teacups, which I had a teacup, but I don't want to use it for that. I want to use it for something else. I actually had a whole bunch of teacups and I donated them back to the thrift store when I cleaned my craft room. So I could have made a whole bunch of these if I'd have found that inspiration sooner and put them in my booth. So anyway, I just continue to cover the coffee cup with this moss, and then I trim it back because I don't want it to be out of control. And then I actually do under the handle, on the handle, around the handle. I do everywhere. And guys, this turns out so cool. That's why I said you have to be open-minded. Now, you can use this for faux plants, real plants. If you want to use it for real plants as a planter, all you have to do is put some little stones in the bottom and so that way it can drain properly. And you don't have to put a lot, just a little bit of stones in the bottom, and you have the perfect planter to set out on your porch or something. You could put it on your front porch, your sun porch, your back porch, give it to a friend. These would make the perfect Mother's Day gifts coming up or May Day gifts. You can give it to your neighbor with a cute little plant in it or even a faux flower. I might give this to my neighbor. That's a really good idea. Anyway, you can do anything. Boss's Day, like this is super cute. Okay, so then after I got it all covered, I just put I think this is a Dollar Tree plant, if I'm not mistaken. But I love this little faux plant. I think it looks so cool, especially with the different lighter green color up against the darker moss green color. And I made this little tag on my X1 M tool and engraved the word Welcome Spring. And I just love it. So now I'm just showing you I'm taking this hairspray because I don't want it to shed everywhere. And you can use hairspray, you can use Mod Podge spray, you can use any kind of sealer you want to spray on it and it will seal it. Now, do you see that inspiration piece? It says 6-inch moss teacup and saucer, $125. That was theirs. This is mine. I love this, guys. I love it so much. So you're going to have to tell me what you think about my high-end dupes. I know they're a little outside the normal, outside the box, but I don't want
Hi
to
guys,
do
I want
things
to
that
thank you so
everybody
much
else
for
has already
joining me
done.
today.
So
And if you
I
haven't
hope you
subscribed yet,
enjoyed this
please do so.
video.
It's free, why not? And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit that bell so you get notified of every time I upload a new video. And if you have not gone over to social media and started following me there, please do so. I am on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, Etsy, and I think that's it. There's too many to remember. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous weekend and happy Friday.
Do not forget to go over and visit Lisa at our gray house, Sarah from Jujubee DIY. They have amazing channels. They are great friends of mine. And the co-host this month is Tammy from Happiness Created. Now, Tammy just celebrated her 2 years on YouTube and her 5,000 subscribers. So, guys, she's on fire. You need to go visit their channels and don't forget to check out the playlist. I will have them listed below. in my description box and pinned in my comments. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which dupe was your favorite. Would you pay that much money for a wreath or a teapot? And that's just a teapot topiary. Topiary. It's just a teapot topiary, and it's only 6 inches for $125. I don't know if it's made out of plastic or what. I was so curious to know. Anyway, I hope you liked my dupes, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye.